Hello. I am making a video, I suppose. I'm finally done with finals. Today was my last final, guys. I'm so happy. I think I told you guys this, but I made a YouTube video last week because Canvas was down because they got hacked and people were asking for money, so it was down for like a day. And all I had to do was study, right? So I couldn't really study because of the Canvas being down. Sorry. And because of that, I was like, let me make a YouTube video. I do kind of have a lot to say. I know I really yikes right now. I wonder if I can turn this down. It's going up. Oh, it's a little too dark. My bad. Because I still need to do my makeup. I'm going to do my makeup today. Oh! Guys, it's just been... Yeah, so I tried to make a YouTube video, and it was pretty long. I'm not going to lie, but I watched the first 10 minutes of it. I looked so dead. Like, I'm not even going to lie to you. I feel like you can still kind of hear, like, how dead I feel a little bit. It's just been hell. Finals have been hell. I'm gonna go through those finals with you guys. I'm gonna go through which ones I had. I had machine assembly. I had intro to linear algebra. I had a personal finance exam. I had a discrete math exam. And that was my last exam today. I had a yoga final, but it was paper. And it was my feelings. So it's nothing crazy. I got that done easily, especially during this week because, wow, I feel so much. I made sweet tea. Yum. But, okay. Let me start doing my makeup. I haven't done my makeup in a second because I've just been literally locked in the house studying. What can I say, guys? I studied with my friends all last week, this weekend, and leading up to this last final. So yesterday we studied. Guys, I'm so exhausted. I'm so exhausted. I'm not gonna do anything crazy because I am gonna take this off later. But I am gonna use my usuals, I think, or my new usuals or something like that. I don't know, guys. My first final was the one I was most worried about. I was holding on to that A for dear life because I got a 68 on the first exam. And I had 100s and everything else. It was just that exam was kind of insane. So I bombed it, actually. And where the hell is my brush? What am I looking for? Okay, whatever. Bombed that final, or bombed that midterm, and so I had a 90 in the class. And I was like, I'm gonna study really hard so I can keep that 90, or maybe even bring it up with this final. I was so out of my mind for thinking that I could do that. Guys, that didn't happen. I looked at that exam, I was like, I need to settle for a B. A B, like, at the least. I can't get a C. That just can't happen. So I needed to get a 54 on the final to pass with a B. And I was like, that's fine with me. I've been studying, so I should feel fine. Get to that final. Hello. That wasn't going to work. So I started freaking out after I took the final because I just knew it was bad. We had hit the 30-minute mark, and I still didn't have half of my questions filled in, which is always a bad sign. So, I know my friend didn't either. So you would have thought we were bullshitting while we were studying, but we weren't. And yeah, that happened. I think that was the grade I was most worried about because, one, that starts off my entire finals week. So that's not going to be fun if I fail it. I didn't feel good going into my next final that same day because of how crazy that final felt. I will say that I don't know, the way that the exam was formatted, you would have thought he wanted us to fail. Like, I'm not gonna lie, I can't speak for everybody else, but I studied, you know, and it was just kind of, it was kind of insane, I'm not gonna lie, but I can only blame myself, I suppose, for not being more prepared. Anyways, so I took that final. I'm pissed, y'all. My friend in my intro to linear algebra class, which is my next final that same day, so 2 finals on Monday, he's like, hey, do you want to study? I was like, girl, I'm not in the mood, like, I just got out of a terrible final. And we didn't study. And I mean, I studied on my own slightly. I was just looking over my notes because I had been studying for that final a lot as well. This is gonna look so jacked up, but I'm blending. I'd been studying so much for that final as well. These were the, like, 2 finals I was absolutely worried about. I was like, this is gonna be horrible. Like, I'm really scared. And so I was just looking over my notes, and then I went to go do my intro to linear algebra final, which was honestly fun. I felt pretty good about it. I know I didn't get, like, a perfect score, but I felt I did good enough on it. And, I mean, I didn't get the grade back till today. I had an 89.3 in the class. And I wanted an A. But an A in that class is an 89.5, right? So I was scared, and I wanted my A real bad. And that's all I was hoping for, something that gets me like an 89.5. And I did that, guys. I got the grade back today, and I'm so happy. I got a 90, and it brought my grade up. To an A. So I can say that at the moment I have 4 A's and 1 B. Now, I took my discrete math final today, and it was a bit, I don't know how I feel about it still. It was honestly easy. I just don't know if I studied the right things. No, I know I didn't study the right things, but I think I did well. I needed a 67 to pass with an A, and I think I did that. And I'm over here fumbling with these brushes like a fucking idiot because I'm like, ooh, where's the brush I want? But literally, where's the brush I want? Does this brush not exist? So yes, I think I did okay on that. So I think I will end with 4 A's and 1 B, and that's what I'm hoping for. I've never gotten a B in my life. I can't believe I started this semester, but that'll be the last time I ever get a B. You can trust that. Alright, so the brush I want is not in here. And what else? I just have to wait for my discrete math, but I don't feel too bad about it. And yeah, that's been my week. I made a nice dinner today to celebrate finals being over, because that just really took it out of me, guys. And now we will go through my topics. Not this has already been talked about. Again, I made a YouTube video, but I don't know when the last time you guys saw me was, because I made that YouTube video and it was terrible. So this is my attempt that I will post. I still sound dead again, but I'm sorry, guys. I don't feel as dead. I feel like that's depressing to talk about, so I'm not going to talk about that. I've been watching so much TV lately. I will say that. I just started Skins, and I honestly love it. I love British shows, guys. I love British people because they can act. They can get down. I'm still looking for a blush brush. I don't know why it's taking me so long. We're just going to go with oldie but goodie, and it's so jacked up. I actually got this when, oh my god, I don't even know. It's been so long that I forgot this happened. Me wearing makeup when I was younger was such a big deal. I wanted to wear makeup so bad, and my family was like, So for Christmas, my brother ended up getting me like it was like an Ulta Christmas bundle type thing, but it was like a little glitter box, and it had shadows in there, and it had everything you kind of needed, like a little bit of everything. And this was the brush that came with it. It has been honestly ride or die, because how long have I had this? When was I doing makeup? 7th grade? That's when I started doing makeup. So yeah, I don't know if you guys, maybe I feel like you guys would, whenever you guys started wearing makeup, like how your family reacted to that. Me being the first like daughter, that was like, everybody was like, whoa, like, what are you doing? But thank God they let me do makeup. Thank God they let me do makeup, because I did sort of look a mess when I was younger, but now I don't. And I can say that thank you to my parents for letting me do that. I don't want this brush. I don't want to use this brush. We're gonna figure this out, because I don't want to use that brush. Anyways, yeah, sorry, I've been watching so much TV, and I wonder if I could use this, or is this too fluffy? This video is gonna be me fumbling with brushes. Like, guys, hold on. I could use this. It's just not gonna look as... My dad just sent me a message being cute. Oh. Sorry. I'm gonna use this dense brush. Oh my god, why did that make me tear up? He was just telling me he loves me. I'm a baby. Lately, guys, I've been crying at everything. What was it that I was crying about, like, last night? I don't even know. This doesn't look good. Wait, which one did I go in with? Does anybody remember? Does anybody know? God, I can't keep a thought. I can't keep a thought. Okay, hold on. Okay. I've said this. I've been watching so much TV lately. I started Skins, and it's really good. Like I said, I love British TV because it just, I don't know, it seems like a leg up, right? Anyways, I like it a lot so far, as I've said, and I think I literally just said that now. Wow. I'm beating the hell out of my face. Like, damn, I'm gonna have bruises. Let me just put that away. I'll go back to her. Obviously, I'm meant to be with this one. And so the first season is everybody getting, like, sort of their own episode to explain, like, their personalities and their family life and yada, yada, yada. I do wish, I know Tony's a menace, guys, I know, I'm sorry, and it's not me saying I like him, because I think I feel indifferent about everybody except Jal and Cassie. Those are my girls. So yeah, not much can be said outside of that, but Tony's episode was the first one, right? So I think because it was the first episode that we didn't really get, like, a Tony-centered episode. I mean, like, we followed him around a lot, sure, but it wasn't as deep as the other episodes have been. And I see why, because you're sort of, it's the pilot episode, so you're introducing, like, the group dynamics and, like, the actual, like, ensemble instead of just one person, because that's kind of misleading, right? So I get that, but I wish we could kind of circle back to him. Like, I think that would have been good, because I am curious as to his home life. We saw his dad, like, yelling and being kind of obnoxious, but I don't think it was enough for me to, like, fully understand his character. Anyways, I do like it a lot. Still early days for me, but I'm enjoying it. And I will be binging that over the summer, which I'm so excited about. I'm so excited that I'm free. I'm so free now. Oh my god. Guys, it's just been hell. I mean it. So, yeah, I've been watching Skins. I finished Invincible, or I'm caught up. I do have things to say about this. I don't know how much anymore, because it's been a while since I finished it. But I will say this. If you're planning on watching Invincible and you don't want any spoilers, I suggest you kind of skip through this. I don't know when I'll stop talking about Invincible. But guys, this is where the spoilers start. I genuinely Listen, I love Paul. I love Paul and Debbie. I thought they were really cute while Nolan was gone. I'll put an emphasis on that. While Nolan was gone, okay? I know Nolan is a terrible person. Does that stop me from liking this character? No. And him and Debbie, they're just so busy. I don't know what you want me. You can't really blame me for that. So, my Nolan and Debbie stocks are back up. I don't care. I love them, and I'm so happy that they're reuniting. Sorry for Paul, because I really did like him. But, you know, you gotta make room. You gotta make room for Nolan. I'm sorry. Like, that's where it'll always be. That's not, as I've never done that before. Maybe I have, but it's not crazy. Anyways, girl, I still don't care about Amber and Mark. Not Amber and Mark. Oh my god. See? They're still on my mind. I still don't care about even Mark. They're just still annoying to me. They don't annoy me as much anymore, but god, I could care less. I know you guys saw me complain about Mark this entire season. He was just so sorry. He was sorry until he died. Or he died. I don't know. That scene where Conquest is literally, like, pulling his, like, stomach. What was it? What was he pulling out? His small intestine or, like, one of his intestines? I couldn't. I had to look away. I didn't know I could feel that way about that show. You know, like, there's been some crazy scenes in there. But that was crazy. I was not prepared for that. I genuinely thought Mark died. But it gave us, like, an entire episode of Mark being dead. Maybe 2 episodes. I don't remember, but Oliver and Nolan kind of reconnected. And I was happy about that. I mean, I don't like Oliver a lot. He's really annoying to me. He doesn't listen to Mark for shit. And then he gets his ass whooped, and then he just repeats the cycle. Like, you would think you get your ass whooped so many times that you would, like, listen to your brother. No, so that's why he got his fucking jaw ripped off by, by Thrag. That's why you got your jaw ripped off. When that happened, I didn't even cry. I wasn't sad. I wasn't upset. I was like, damn, you should have listened to your brother and stayed behind. Like, who do you think you are trying to fight Thrag yourself? You see your dad, you see your brother struggling to fight him. You think your small ass can do it? Please. So, honestly, I thought he died and I was okay with that. But he didn't. That scene where Nolan, Thetis and Mark kind of go through the entire fucking core of Viltrum. Fucking bonkers, guys. I was like, but it was so sick. Thrag, after that, ripping off Thetis' head, I gagged. I was so shocked. I was like, because Thetis looked fine, by the way. I don't care. I know he's like an old man, but that really shocked me. And then I thought Nolan died, and that's what got me. I was like, no, Nolan can't die. But damn, Thrag almost eliminated the entire fucking bloodline. And yeah, so that was good. That bit of, like, the war was really good. I do like the action more. Unless I'm focusing on Mark and his personal life minus his love life, I kind of don't care about anything else. I totally forgot that Robot and Monster Girl are stuck in a different, like, planet or dimension. I don't even remember. But thank God I didn't have to see them anymore. Because I almost said Robert. Robot was pissing me off so bad, y'all. Y'all don't even know. I was like, oh my god, just fucking listen to the leader. Like, that's why your ass ended up there. You were trying to be different, and you weren't. So, yeah, I literally think that's all my Invincible thoughts. The ending where they find out, or Mark finds out that Thrag and the rest of the Viltrumites are just kind of like repopulating with people on Earth. That was scary as fuck. That was scary as hell. Because, oh my god. Could you imagine? Like, they're just rebuilding their population. And then Thrag was like, basically, like, you have to be okay with this, or now we're just gonna kill everybody. And that, Marcos pissed me off so bad, because he was like, I can't let you. I could never let you. And it's like, duh. But bro, would you rather lose everybody right now, or at least make an attempt whenever they've done what they needed to, you know? So thank God he made a decision, a good decision, probably the first one he's ever made in a long time. I was happy about that. But the idea of the Viltrumites being on Earth is so scary. It's so scary. Okay, that's all I'll say about Invincible. I don't think I have much else to say. Okay. I don't know. I was not. That's so crazy. Anyways, I thought I was watching Half Man last time I made a video, but it wasn't. So, I started Half Man on HBO. This is probably so dry now. Hold on. I started Half Man on HBO, and it is so good. It is so phenomenal, guys. Like, it was so good that it made me get into Baby Reindeer, who the writer also wrote. Yeah, I said that right. And that was even better, guys. I was so shocked by liking Baby Reindeer. I honestly was trying to be different when it first came out, because I was like, oh my god, it's a Netflix show. It can't be that good. I was wrong, guys. I was wrong. It was really good. The narrator, I'm not usually big on like a narrator, but when the writing is that good, do whatever you want. I was just, I was in heaven. It was so good. I really enjoyed it. I enjoyed the level of vulnerability that Richard Gadd put on display there, because there are things you go through in life, and this is obviously like his like literal experiences with stalking, but the way he explained certain things like that can lead you, he was just so vulnerable with his whole thought process, and like even the things that he did that could have sort of, you know, made the stalking worse. He very much displayed that he's not the perfect victim, and nobody is, you know, but that level of vulnerability was so crazy, guys. I was in love with it. Plus the acting was really good. It was, I don't think I can say, because I mean, I know what I know what I want to talk about, but it's just kind of too dark for me to say. But there's a scene in there where he talks about how he was just so confused about how he felt about Martha, and it started to invade his like love life in a sense. Guys, that is like, it's so always something I've thought about, because I haven't gone through stalking, okay, but I've gone through something, and to like, I've never said it out loud because it just feels like a really crazy thing to say, but the fact that he said it out loud and even put it in a show, I don't know, like, you deserve your 10. So that was really good. Yeah, I'm watching Half Man right now. It's still airing, so you guys should go watch that. I've got Diana to watch it, thankfully, and then she watched it, and so now Allie's watching it. I totally forgot. And so the next episode actually comes out tonight, and I'm so excited that we can all talk about it. It's gonna be so great. Like, oh my god, this is what friendship is about. So yeah, to watch Half Man, I actually really love it. The fandom is really fucking annoying, but listen, I get you want to ship these two people. I don't know what that is. I get you want to ship them. That's fine, I guess, but like, they're so annoying about it on Twitter. They're so annoying about it. And then Ruben's obviously a bad person, but Twitter wants you to believe like there's somebody else just as bad as him, and it's not, and that's okay. He's just a horrible person, and you need to like get it through your head that he's, I don't know if there's anything that justifies what he has done. Like, I think about it, and I have no I have no sympathy for him. I don't care. Like, I get that you've probably gone through a lot of things that we still haven't gotten into. But you obviously, I don't know, man. It's obviously very nuanced. I just don't think that it's really hard for me to empathize with him and empathize. You figure the word out yourself. So to see people doing it so easily and sort of, I don't know. I think fandoms can be so weird, especially, I don't, like, I'm trying to think of where these fans came from, because I don't think that Richard Gadd and his show beforehand, Baby Reindeer, gathered this type of crowd, you know? And it's a certain type of crowd. I can't really put words to it. But if you were to see Twitter, you would know what I'm talking about. You would know the type of fan I'm talking about. You're like, oh, okay, I see what you're saying now. But I can't really put words to it. They're just really annoying, honestly. Anyways, I try not to think about it too much because the show is really good. I just hate how people digest it and interact with it. It's really funny how they interact with it. Like, I don't know how the hell you got that, you know? Yeah, so watching great TV right now. I can't ask for more. Well, let's rewind. I just said I'm watching great TV. I'm not. So I'm watching The Boys, as you guys know. I'm caught up with the current season, or the current episode. I don't know if anybody's watching it on here. It's not great, but the last episode pissed me off even more than, like, you could imagine, right? So, Marie Monroe came in last episode, and we only see her for, like, five minutes. Not even that, I don't think. And let's get started. Let's talk about that. I need to kind of blend that out again. But, so, Marie Monroe's on screen. The first thing we see from her is, I think it was MM. He was kind of hyping her up as she was walking in, and she was like, I'm not all that I turned out to be, something like that. And I was like, I know Marie Monroe's not the most confident, but it felt like such a different shift from how we left season 2 of Gen V. So I was like, I wasn't feeling that line. I really wasn't. And I didn't like it that it came out of her mouth, like, ow. And then basically Marie is saying, these are just spoilers. If you haven't seen it, I don't know if you want to, honestly, it's not great. But, Marie's saying she wants to help because that's what they were brought in for, literally, at the end of Gen V Season 2. Starlight asked them to join the cause in the revolution, basically, and they decide, yeah, we're gonna do that. Starlight is like, we don't need your help. And they're like, why? Because you literally were asking for it, like, in a different show. But at the same time, I think these are all connected, I think. I don't understand why they wouldn't be, you know? Again, so it just felt like felt like we were going into, like, a different type of world that never happened. Anyways, and they're like, why? And Starlight's like, well, Marie, like, you don't even know how to use your powers. And Marie's like, yeah, but she's like, I'm still learning, but I can still help. And Starlight's like, well, what did she say? She said something like, it's no good if you don't know how to control your powers. And that pissed me the fuck off. Did we not see what Marie Monroe did last season? Like, why is Starlight acting brand new? This shit pissed me off so bad. And coming from you, Starlight, you've been getting your ass whooped, like, every single scene. Do you know how to use your powers? I'm lost because you're I think you're supposed to be powerful, but, like, you're literally not. And the thing is, I've never come at Starlight this way. But the way that they fucking wrote that, I got a little nasty with Starlight because you don't know what the fuck you're doing either. And you haven't done anything. So I was so mad. And then basically it stops there. Like, Starlight's being a negative ass, and Marie's like, Marie and Jordan are, Jordan's like, let's just go, Marie. And irritating, guys. But at the end of the episode, because talks to Starlight and is like, hey, we have to care. Like, we have to care about what's going on, and we need all the help we can get. And so Starlight changes her mind at the end of the episode. So am I hoping I see Marie in that final? Duh. Do I think in that final? I said that like it was a challenge. In that finale, yes, I do. But I have absolutely no hope that I will see her again. And the way that this season is being left, there's just so much lost time. So much lost time that we spent on fucking Soldier Boy and, you know, getting the world building ready for Vought Rising. I don't care. And the thing was, I was trying to give Kripke, like, the benefit of the doubt here because I'm like, maybe everybody's just overly hating, you know? I think a lot of the complaints have been sort of like, you're just trying to find things wrong. But whenever you talk about the pacing and, like, how this is the final season, I agree with you, because what the fuck are we doing? Why are we talking this much about Soldier Boy? I don't care. So yeah, I'm upset now because I know this finale is going to be fucking horrible. And the thing is, it's so bad that I looked at the spoilers, that the supposed leaks, but these leaks are coming from somebody who's been right about the past, like, 3 episodes, right? So this is looking like the reality. I read the leaks, fucking horrible. I've never done that before. I try and avoid spoilers because I'm like, I don't want to ruin the experience for myself. It's so bad that I read spoilers. So yeah, if the finale ends that way, oh my god, fucking shitstorm online. I swear to God. Like, I don't even know what to say. Thank God I wanted to buy a ticket for the showing that they were gonna have of, like, the finale in theaters, but thank fucking God I'm not close, guys. Thank God. I think I could have got one in El Paso, but I don't feel like going to El Paso. Yeah, that's just gonna be a fucking mess. And I feel like Kripke kind of bent his knee to the racist fans that hated Marie Moreau, because there's no fucking way you actually think Marie Moreau is, like, useless. And the thing is, I feel like there's just so many loose ends, and the finale is like 1 hour and 6 minutes. Episode 7 was longer. You have so many things you need to fucking... Who the hell is that? You have so many things you need to tie up, and I don't think we're getting them tied up. And you know what's funnier? Somebody said in one of the comments of, like, the boys, like, fucking video on Instagram, like, you guys have a lot you need to, like, patch up, and, like, you need to, like, all the, like, loose ends, right? Why Anthony Starr? Anthony? I don't know. He commented, the guy who plays Homelander, he was like, oh, it's like life, you know, like, not everything gets cleaned up. Babes. Like, babes, hold on. What are you saying to me right now? Like, don't play. Don't even joke, lad. Like, don't even joke, lad. Don't fucking play in my face like that. And I know they're about to play in our faces. I don't know if the cast is even happy about the ending. It seems like they're not. So, I'm putting more blush, guys. So that's just gonna be something. And I realize I'm at 35 minutes now, which is kind of crazy, but I haven't said much to you guys lately. Sorry. Speaking of El Paso, how I brought that up. I saw BTS in El Paso. I went to the concert day 1, and let me say, I had so much fun. I think I like this brush better. I don't know why I'll do another one. Guys, I love BTS so much. I don't know if that's ever gonna change. God, they were so good in concert. And it's not like the first time I've seen them in concert. You know, I've seen them in concert before, but this was just, I love them, I love them, I love them. Oh, this is cute. Is it? So good. Everybody was hating on our stop. I thought I was gonna talk about that more. I don't really care to anymore. You know, fuck the noise, honestly. Anyways, they're co-headlining the FIFA World Cup final halftime show. That was such a mouthful. And I'm so excited for them. That they're friends with Elmo. That was kind of big for me. It was just so, I'm so happy for them. I'm so happy for them always. I will talk about this slightly because I don't think anybody but Diana will understand this, but there has been a shift in Army Twitter. Like, usually people are miserable, but this is like even more miserable than ever. I have never seen this before. Like, you would think BTS being on tour and being out and about and being together again would like bring us all together. Why is it so like nasty on there? And people are gonna be like, nobody's gonna say it because you guys don't understand, but people are like, oh, like they've always been like that. I don't think we have. You know, we all come together to like shit on people who hate on BTS. Sure, but we're like attacking each other now. It's so weird. So weird. I'm not a fan of it, obviously. Yeah. I don't have much to say about BTS. Just know I love them. Had fun at that concert. Scream my ass off. Felt good outside. The weather was so good for BTS while they were here. Like, thank you for not embarrassing us. Let's see, guys, there's been so much sex discourse on Twitter. I don't think it's ended, like, ever. Like, I think one conversation will almost be like put to bed and then another one starts. And it's like, okay. Okay. Okay, like, let's calm down. Like, I don't want to talk about this anymore because it all circles back to the same thing, sex work. And it's like, I don't think the people who are against sex work and the people who are pro sex work are ever gonna like see eye to eye. So I don't understand why we keep having this conversation, and I don't understand why men are getting involved. I don't understand why men are getting involved. I absolutely despise that men are putting their 2 cents in on this conversation because you absolutely have no idea what the fuck we're talking about. And my hair would be so cute this cut. Like, guys, hold on. Oh my god, it's like so cute. Maybe I should do that. I'm gonna take a little picture. I think I took it. Anyways, yeah, men are getting involved, and I think that's making me even more upset because we already have to deal with certain women who are stupid, but then we have to deal with men who are stupid. So it just doesn't help. My sister is calling me. I'm so sorry, girl. You're gonna have to like, because I tried to edit the last video. The one that got posted before this one. Guys, that was so hard. I can't do that. So we're just doing a full run. Yeah, sex work discourse, discourse. I'm over it. I'm so over it. This is, I don't have anything to say about the hantavirus. I had this here. I don't know if there's anything to say. I saw that our administration's CDC said it's fine to for the hantavirus people to go out and about and not have to quarantine. I'm gonna try to ignore it for right now. I don't want to stress myself out. But I do need people to realize that actually it's not like even like if somebody did hear this, like if they were against masking and all that, that they would like not agree with me here. I don't think, what I'm trying to say is the people who didn't mask during that time, their ears are already closed. Like, there's nothing you can do to get to them. So I'm not even gonna stress myself out with that topic. Again, my hair looks really good at this length. I need to do that. No, because it probably just looks good at this angle. You know, like, if I were to do this, like, if I were to actually get the cut, it would look so different for some reason. Don't ask me why. I thought I had a lot to say on the Met Gala. I don't. Hudson Williams looked fucking ridiculous. That's all I will say. Now, I want to talk about something controversial. And it's that group. Don't even remember their name. Oh my god. Well, the group that's the Hype group, the new Hype group that's formed from failure contestants from Dream Academy. Sorry. Plus Sakura. Well, okay. So the party before the party demo came out. Demo, or like the little snippets that we've seen so far. And people were like, oh, this is what Cat's Eye was supposed to give. That's why Cat's Eye is, like, about to, like, be forgotten. Da, 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 da. And I was like, okay. Everybody does that with girl groups. Like, there can only be spotlight for one, you know? So, I saw that kind of mindset coming from a mile away. I don't like the group. First of all, the members. Sorry, I do like Emily. But Samara, we found out about you during Dream Academy live, like, when we were still voting. That's why you were a failure. Lexi, babes, I don't have anything to say about you. Like, I really don't have anything to say about you. Like, I'm trying to think. Anyways. So I thought that was the entire group, right? I don't know why my thought was there was 4 members, but one of them was, like, in the hospital or something, so we hadn't seen them. But no, it was, like, 3 members, and then they decided to add one. They did it through, like, a comp show, I think. And let me tell you, I'm not going to say much about that little girl because she's 15, but what are we doing? What's going on here? I saw another contestant who could sing. Was pretty decent on the dancing. It's not like the choreography's a lot for that song. So, I don't know how many contestants there were. I only saw 2, and it was Ayana and Sakura. And so there's a very clear difference in Ayana and Sakura's performances. I don't know why we decided to add the extra member. I don't know if it was a good choice overall for, like, even adding a member if they were going to. I think we need to leave these babies alone. But she just sort of doesn't fit in. But the thing is, it's a group of nobodies. No offense, it's just like a group of, like, nobodies. So, like, if you look like a fan when you're taking selfies with your group mates, it doesn't look good, you know? Like, how do you look like a fan to these nobodies? Like I said, so I don't know. I think they should have kept it at 3. I thought the live performance sounded really bad on everybody's part, not even Sakura's. Like, literally everybody sounded bad. I love Emily Down because she can dance. Samara's the only one who can hold a good note in there, and that's really scary. And these are the people that thought were Cat's Eye Zenders. Like, I don't know, guys. I don't know why we did that. It's gonna be so bad for them. I think my biggest pet peeve right now is that, yes, I actually don't mind the song that much. I think it's cute. You heard me sing it a little bit at the beginning, but I mean, it sounds like what they were going for, you know? And I guess you can try and figure that out, but it's like, okay, you know? They said that they're gonna end Girl Set. There's nothing to end with Girl Set. I just think trying to make these global girl groups is not working. Something's wrong there. I have to sneeze, but I don't want to. It's just not working. I think Cat's Eye's the closest global girl group we're gonna get. And I guess I'm fine with that. As long as the music's good, I don't really care. If I like the song, I like the song. I did like Pinky Up. I don't know if I like the full version of it. Actually I do. So, it's just acquired taste, really, and... Oh, I still got off track. No, my biggest pet peeve with this group... What even is the name of the group? I don't know the name. Anyways... is that the person who created the Party Before the Party demo, I think her name is Paris. I could be wrong. I don't know for sure. People are saying that the demo was way better than what we were given, and so they're in her comments like, oh my god, give us a demo, give us a cover. And it's like, it doesn't sound bad, but when you look at the comments, it's really like, I feel bad for the girls, because you know that company's not gonna protect them. Like, let's be serious, they're not gonna protect them. So I know they're seeing these comments, and I feel really bad because, like, people on TikTok are ruthless, man. They're really horrible. And I wish there was, like, something we could do about that, but we can't. Like, I could say something nasty, but I'll probably get reported, and that's it, you know? I've tried to go back and forth with those people. I've tried to knock some sense into them. It doesn't work. They're just not right in the head on TikTok. So I feel bad for the girls because they're obviously dealing with a lot of hate. Is me saying what I'm saying right now probably make it better? No, but they're not seeing this. Right? Anyways. The president of Ticketmaster basically admitted that queues aren't random, even though queues are supposed to be random. And I can tell because when I get tickets for something, I'm always in the back of the line, but my friend, she's always at the front. Thank God we're friends, and she can get tickets for us, but there's something, like, there has to be something illegal about that. There has to be something illegal about that. Why is it not a fair chance every single time? Why doesn't it actually depend on how long you've been in the waiting room? That is so odd to me. I don't know, but them admitting that. And she said it like, I don't know where people got the idea that the queue was random. Like, we've never said it was random. Number one, your company did say it was random. There's a literal tweet of them saying, hey, the queue's random. So now you're trying to sit here and act like you guys never said that. And then you saying it so, like, nonchalantly, like, oh, like, where did you guys even get that idea? Like, you're fucking stupid. No, like, you're gonna make us feel insane for the experiences that we have gone through? Like, we need to get rid of Ticketmaster. We need to get rid of everything. We need to start going back to, like, actually, like, getting your fucking ticket at the box office. We need to. I'm so sorry. This has gone out of control. The way that resellers are barely being stopped, they say they're stopping them. You're not. Like, I haven't seen it get any better. It is so awful. And I really don't think they're doing anything about it because they do profit off of that. So, I just really wish we would get rid of Ticketmaster. I wish we would get rid of SeatGeek. I wish we would get rid of everything. I'm sick of it. And the thing is, like, we're so dependent on them that can we really say anything? Like, unless everybody were to stop using Ticketmaster, they won't. So, like, I don't know, man. It's just so irritating. And I think this is my last topic. It's not that serious, but I thought it was funny. There is this trend going around on TikTok about, oh, I can't get a job, so let me just post my resume online type thing. One, I don't know if that's a great idea. I think, I don't know. I have mixed feelings about posting your resume on TikTok, especially for some likes. But the resumes I've been seeing, nobody knows how to format a resume. I am really lost as to why it damn near looks like Comic Sans. Now, if your job calls for that, like it calls for sort of like graphic design and shit like that, sure, go ahead, but you need to be serious. Like, your font choices, and it's so funny, like, I hate that I'm even saying this, but like, your font choices do matter. It sounds so like minuscule, but it really does matter. And something's in my fucking ear. It really does matter. The tiny things matter. Just make it boring. Make it boring. Make it so boring. Don't have more than one page. Make it boring, one page. Keep it to where you're putting job experience that actually matters for what you're going for. Now, if you don't have a lot of job experience, put everything. That's what I have. But I don't think it's hard to create a resume. You're putting every single thing you've done in your life, and that's why you aren't getting through, because one, AI is like checking your fucking resume first. That's like the first gate you go through. So you're not making it past that because you have more than one page. And then people are putting really silly shit on their resumes. Somebody said that they love watching anime. I have mixed feelings on this because it depends on how you're wording it. If you're wording it as a skill instead of something like you do in your free time, I don't know. But I don't know how much I can blame people for this because, but I don't know, because when you're graduating college, you do have access to career offices and things like that help you like figure out your resume and like format it for specifically the type of field that you're in. There's so many resources for that on your campus. So the fact that people are struggling to format their resumes, I get scared. I get so scared. I'm already scared for the children. I don't need to be scared for us, even though I already am. But even more scared. You know? It just doesn't need to be like that. It doesn't need to be like that. I think I told you guys I watched the Michael movie. Did I? I'm just gonna say it. I didn't like it. I'm not the craziest fan of Michael Jackson. I think I've said this before. If I did talk about it, I'm so sorry, but I'm not the biggest fan of him. He has good music for sure. But very questionable things have happened. So, but even aside from that, I can watch a biopic about somebody I don't know and enjoy. You know, I've done it before. I did it with what's his face? Monkey Man. Better Man. What is his name? Robbie Williams. I did it with Robbie Williams. See, like, I don't even remember his name, but that was a really good movie. That was a great movie. That was a great biopic. I did it. I didn't do it. I liked the Bob Dylan one, you know. Could care less about that man. I could care less about Bruce Springsteen. I didn't like that one, so I won't include that. I think it's very hard to do an interesting biopic because a lot of biopics just follow the same format of, like, it's either a concert or it's just really... And I think I can give the Bruce Springsteen biopic can I give it its flowers? I can give it its flowers for trying to be unique in the sense of how it goes about showing us Bruce Springsteen's life, like, through the lens of him struggling with depression and that. Was it boring? Yeah, but I can still give them flowers for that. I just think it's a very boring format that the Michael movie did, which was give us tiny little bits. Maybe I'm trying to think about the longest we went without a song being played in our fucking ears. It was probably 10 minutes. And even then I feel like I'm like really giving them a lot there. They gave us little bits of his life. Really quick bits. I feel like I didn't get much. It was like 1960 something through 1988. We got little bits and then we would go into a song. We'd go into a song for the literal entirety of the song, right? And that format is literally followed the entire time. I don't think that they did a great job of but diving into Michael's life. And I know there's probably a reason for that. They showed us little bits and pieces that we already knew. Like nothing that we didn't know was put in that. You know, nothing of new substance was put into that. And it's not because Michael is very well known that it's so hard to do that. It's because that the family doesn't want to. They wanted to portray Michael as like this flawless person almost. Like, what was the most negative thing you could say about him coming out of that movie? That he didn't have any like actual friends and that he just liked animals? There wasn't much bad you could say. And the thing is, like, everybody is a troubled person. And that is A-okay. You just, like, you need to show that. And I think this is, like, one of the first biopics that I've seen that, like, didn't show any, like, sort of negative traits whatsoever. Now, I'll give it that this was the first movie. But in the second, there's a lot that happens from 1988 till 2009, right? So you really need to address that. Or at least, I don't know, like, I don't see them addressing it, and then I think it is a damned if they do, damned if they don't, because if they don't do it, then they don't acknowledge it, and I can see them still painting Michael as this, like, very, like, flawless person. I don't know how else to put it. I was trying to be more lenient with the words, but no. But if they do show it, then they're most likely not going to be fully honest. Because that is something the family still defends. You know, like, not defends, but fights against. You know, like, that was, like, fake and that those children were lying and yada, yada, yada. It's just, I don't think, it's just such a slippery slope to even make this movie to begin with. Because one, like, didn't new allegations come out as this came out? I think I talked about that. So, I'm not happy about it. The movie was it got really boring. It got really boring really quick because it's literally just a concert. Like, I thought people were lying, but no, they're not. It's literally just a concert. You hear his greatest hits. You see big moments that you already knew about. And yeah, and let me say, the directing on the concert bits and, like, the music bits, fucking horrendous. Like, I don't know what I was more irritated about. The fact that I had to hear the entire song being blasted in my ear, or that it was just really god-awful work behind the camera. I was just like, okay, they really need to pick their struggles, because that was bonkers. Yeah, I don't know. I didn't enjoy it. My family did, so I'm glad they enjoyed it. They love Michael Jackson. I think a lot of people do, so a lot of people share that sentiment. But as somebody who could have liked the film, because I don't really care about Michael, but that doesn't stop me, I didn't like it. And I don't want to watch the second one, and I most likely won't, because if it's going to follow the same format, I'm okay, babes. I'm way okay. And yeah, I literally think that's all I have to talk about. I say as I reach an hour. Yeah, I mean, I'm taking care of a stray. I have so much going on this next week. Getting my stray, neutered, so that'll be interesting. I'm a little worried about that, but we will see. I bought him a feeder, I bought him a water fountain, I bought him a little bed, you know, like, he's kind of mine, but not really. But yeah, that's all I have to say, guys. I'm free at last from school, so I don't know how much will happen over the summer, but you'll probably hear from me again, because something will happen over the summer, like pop culture, like political wise. I don't know how much I'll say politically again because I get scared, but all right, guys, that's all. I'll talk to you later. That was so corny. Bye.